Welcome back to the WCG for the evening session on day one of the third statewide traffic management test match. Brandon's 11 find themselves in a near unreachable position at the tea break. They will resume at 2 for 126, thanks largely to their skipper, who was dismissed just before the break for 120. Scott picking up where he left off in that opening session, punishing anything too short or too full, on his way to his third century at the WCG, as Rabi's 11 could only watch on in horror, as their prospects of avoiding a series whitewash were fast diminishing. Once Scott reached his 100, that's when the fireworks really began, taking a liking to his opposition skipper as he sought to drive the nail into the Rabi's 11 coffin. It would eventually succumb to Todd Lavin over the fence, as his record knock in a test match at the WCG would finally come to an end. Mark Pasterfield again went without troubling the scorers, as Daniel Hancock saw Brennan's 11 to the tea break, and they will resume in a fantastic position. So Daniel Hancock will resume 4 not out, his side at 2 for 126. This is a fantastic opportunity for the youngster to get in and make a big score. It'll be brother v brother, as Nathan Hancock will come into bowl the first ball after the tea break. In now to Daniel Hancock, and this is a full wild delivery as it swings way down the leg side. It'll be a massive session for Rabi's 11. They're going to have to restrict Brennan's 11 in this session, you feel, if there to be any hope of victory in this match. Nathan Hancock bowls again to his brother, and this one again flashes down the leg side as Daniel Hancock gets out of the way. Nathan Hancock will continue now to his brother over the wicket. In now to shorter delivery. Daniel Hancock leans back on the back foot and drives that back past his brother for 4. Good start to the session for Hancock and Brandon's 11. Pat McGregor to bowl the second over after the tea break. In now to Daniel Hancock, it's a good length delivery. Hancock gets in behind it well and defends that on the leg side. McGregor comes in again to Hancock around the wicket. This one's a full delivery and Daniel has a wild swing at it. Hasn't been able to make contact with it. He practices a stroke he should have played. I guess with his side in this fantastic position, he's got licence now to really up the scoring rate. As Pat McGregor will come into him again around the wicket. In now, this one's a full delivery. Daniel Hancock gets down well and defends. He's kept that Yorker out quite comfortably. He's looked good at the wicket so far, Daniel Hancock. Just like his brother, he's starting to realise his potential. Pat McGregor comes into him again. This one's clipped off his toes, and that one will run away to the boundary. That's a brilliant stroke there from young Daniel Hancock. He moves along to 12, and that's his highest score in a test match at the WCG. 2 for 134. Rabi Bashir will come into bowl to Daniel Hancock, and this one's a full toss and it's clipped on the leg side, and Michael Johnson cannot hang on to it and can only parry it into the boundary. Oh, that's a missed chance by his standards. Daniel survives. Hancock moves along to 16. As Rabi Bashir will come into him around the wicket again, as Hancock just drops this on the offside, and he's going to take a single, and he gets there quite comfortably in the end. Here, this is good from the youngster. Did well there to keep it out of Pat McGregor's reach, and scampers through to add another one to his tally. 2 for 139. Michael Johnson will come into bowl to Daniel Hancock, and this one's a slower delivery, and Hancock just tucks that off his hip and will scamper through for another single. Here, this is good cricket from the youngster. Brennan's 11 move along to 2 for 140. They are on track for a massive first innings total. Highest innings total for a side at the WCG was Matt's 11's 163 in season 2. Brennan's 11 are well on track for that, as Daniel Hancock hammers Michael Johnson down the ground for 6. Well, a few more of them and they'll be there in no time. The youngster's on fire at the moment. Daniel Hancock has raced along to 24. Michael Johnson will come into him again around the wicket. Oh, but Daniel Hancock has got a leading edge this time, and he can only pop it straight back to Michael Johnson, who takes a simple catch, and Daniel Hancock's whirlwind innings has come to an end. 3 for 146, as Matt White is the next batsman to the crease. Walks in with his side in a fantastic position. On a great batting surface. He'll be looking to get a score of his own. So he'll face Ryan Schaefer for his first delivery. In now, it's a full delivery. Oh, and he's just whipped this off his toes for 4. What a brilliant start there for White. It's a full quick delivery from Schaefer, and White hammers it. The 150 is up for Brendan's 11. Ryan Schaefer will continue to Matt White over the wicket, and this one is another quick and full delivery, and White is forward well and defends. Schaefer will wind up again and come in over the wicket again to White. This one's another full delivery. Oh, White can only get an edge through to the keeper, and his stay at the wicket is brief. Rabi's 11 get their 4th wicket, and it's a surprise wicket of White. Brendan's 11 4 for 150, as Josh Bolling is the next man to the crease. Yeah, this will be a pleasant change for him, as he's used to walking out in pressure situations. But this time around, his side are in a fantastic position. So it'll be Schaefer to continue over the wicket now to Bolling. In now, it's a short delivery, and Bolling lets it go outside the off stump. Bolling scores with the stick have never really taken off at the WCG so far. He's got a test best of just 17. He'll get a perfect opportunity to add to that today. As Schaefer comes into him again, and Bolling gets a thick outside edge as it pierces the 2 men there at short cover. Bolling is off the mark with a boundary. 4 for 154 as Tony Ibrahim comes into bowl now to Bolling, and that's a good length delivery as Bolling gives himself some room outside the off stump. But can't make contact and is beaten. Tony Ibrahim to come in again over the wicket to Bolling. It's a full delivery and Bolling has a wild swing on it, jams it into his toe, and is going to take Johnson on for a single and gets there comfortably in the end. Bolling moves along to 5. Brendan's 11 4 for 155. I just wonder if they're thinking about a declaration late in the day here to have a little pop at Rabi's 11 tonight. Ibrahim will come in over the wicket again to Bolling, and now it's a full delivery. Oh, Bolling hits this over the fence. Well, they won't have to declare if they keep getting out. That's another Brendan's 11 wicket gone cheaply. Bolling is dismissed for 5, hitting it over the fence. Brendan's 11 are 5 for 155. That was Ibrahim's first wicket at the WCG, as it'll be Jack Sullivan to walk in at 6 for his side. Hasn't featured since last year's Australia Day T20 Big Bash, and will be looking to put his stamp on this Test series. So it's Ibrahim into Sullivan for his first delivery. Oh, and Sullivan advances and misses a full toss, and this cannot be too far away from the stumps. Oh, that's missed the leg stump by a whisker. It's Todd Lavin to bowl the 28th over of the innings. In now to Jack Sullivan, and he serves up a juicy full toss, and Sullivan hammers it down the ground, and he's off the mark in style. 5 for 161. As Todd Lavin will continue to Jack Sullivan. Oh, and Sullivan has a wild swing at it, and he's middled it all right, but he sent it out of the arena. Sullivan's brief innings ends on 6. Brendan's 11 6 for 161. It's Hamid Al-Bashir who will walk out at 7 for Brendan's 11. His side just need 3 runs to register the highest innings total at the WCG. Interestingly enough, Hamid Al-Bashir made his highest score of 59 during that innings. Can he be the one that registers a new record? As Todd Lavin bowls to him now, and he's on the back foot and defends. Brother v brother, as Rabi Al-Bashir will steam into Hamid Al-Bashir now, and Hamid Al-Bashir hammers that down the ground, and it's got too much pepper on it for Todd Lavin. And there it is. It's a new record for the highest innings total at the WCG. 6 for 165. Rabi Al-Bashir will bowl again to his brother. In now, it's another full delivery, and Hamid hammers this back down the ground once again. Rabi Al-Bashir has gone the journey today. He's had a torrid time of it. 6 for 169. As Rabi Al-Bashir will bowl again to his brother. It's a full delivery, and Hamid hits that on the offside and takes on Johnson. And he gets there in the end. Brendan's 11 crack 170. It's Pat McGregor to bowl the 30th over of the innings. In now, round the wicket to Hamid. It gives himself a bit of room, and he can't beat Johnson on the offside. There's only about 8 minutes or so left in the day's play. So Rabi's 11 won't bat tonight, whatever happens. Here is Pat McGregor bowls again to Hamid Al-Bashir, and Hamid Al-Bashir can only manage to get a thick edge through to the keeper. McGregor finally gets reward for his toil. Brennan's 11 are 7 down. Here it's Alex Stepien who walks out, the last man for Brennan's 11. Only a few minutes left in the day's play. So you'd think he's got a bit of a licence here with his side in such a dominant position. So it's Michael Johnson to Stepien. Begin the final over of day one. Oh, and he's beaten him outside the off stump first up. That's a good delivery to start with. Stepien is beaten. Michael Johnson to come in over the wicket again to Stepien. This one is a short delivery. Oh, this one strikes Stepien. This one rears up at him off a length. Oh, you'd get a month for that in the NRL. Shoulder charge. Brennan's 11, 7 for 170. But Johnson will continue again to Stepien. This one is hit on the up towards Schaefer, who claims the catch. Yeah, and he's been given out. That will end the innings and the day's play. Stepien goes for another duck. Yeah, looks like he's just got his fingers under it. That's a smart catch. So Brennan's 11's mammoth first innings has come to an end right on the stroke of stumps on day one. They have been dismissed for 170, which is a new record at the WCG. Scott with 120, Daniel Hancock 24, and they were the only batsmen to get into double figures. Todd Lavin was the pick of the bowlers for Ravi's 11, taking 3 for 25 off his 4 overs, with Michael Johnson taking 2 for 20 of 4.3. So Ravi's 11 have it all to do tomorrow morning as they'll begin their quest with the stick to avoid a series whitewash. We'll see you then.